everyone, welcome to my channel. I am here to talk to you today about Botox. So I recently went in and got some Botox for the first time ever, and it's amazing. I love it. Like, I don't really know what else to say other than I love it. So I thought I'd make this video and put some information out there, and if anyone was interested and they'd like to know a little bit more about it. I also have a few questions that people have asked, so yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about that today in this video. So first off, like, what is Botox? So Botox is a drug that's prepared from botulin. It's called botulinum toxin, and it's injected directly into your muscles. And how it works exactly, so we get wrinkles when we contract our muscles on our face, and the most common wrinkles that people have are your forehead wrinkles, when you smile and you will get your crow's feet, and then when you make a mad face, you'll get like your 11 wrinkles, that's what they're called, in between your eyebrows. So Botox is a neurotoxin, and how our muscles contract to make those wrinkles is the nerves release a chemical messenger called acetylcholine, and that's what causes your muscles to contract and gives us wrinkles. So Botox is a neurotoxin that pretty much stops the release of acetylcholine. So it's like a temporary muscle paralysis. Okay, so when they inject Botox, and it takes anywhere from 24 to 72 hours to fully kick in. So when you go in and you get Botox and you get your injections done, you're gonna walk out, you're gonna be making these facial expressions and being like, why do I still have wrinkles? Like, I just paid to get rid of these. Well, it takes some time for the Botox to kick in, and it can even take anywhere from like 5 to 7 days to fully kick in. So for me, it did take like up to a week, because every day I was like looking in the mirror, scrunching my face up, and I was like, wow, I still have wrinkles. But about a week later, that's when I noticed that they were gone. So just give it time, trust the process, but Botox will work, I promise you. So the procedure to get Botox, I went to Miyagi Cosmetic Surgery here in Okinawa, Japan, and I will link their website in the description if anyone is interested here. But I walked in, well, I didn't walk in, I called, I made an appointment, and then you walk in, you fill out like a medical history, what you're there for, and then you will go back and have a consult with the plastic surgeon, cosmetic surgeon, I don't really know the title for that, but that's the most important thing. Like, you need to have a consult with your appointment, because you need to sit down, show them like your problem areas, what you're trying to fix, and then they should be able to talk to you about the options, the pricing, and answer any questions you have. So if you go in somewhere and you don't have a consult, like, honestly, I would just walk out. Like, it's not legit. You need your consult with your appointment. So I had my consult. I just held a mirror up and I showed them the wrinkles that I wanted to get rid of, and they offered me 2 different kinds of Botox. So there was Dysport and Allergen. And so pretty much think of like generic and name brand, okay? So like a little more cheaper, a little more expensive. So I got Dysport, the cheaper kind, because this is my first Botox experience. I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of just wanted to see if it's gonna work. So with Dysport, you can expect your results to last anywhere from like 4 to 5 months. Maybe even 3 months. It all depends on how your skin is, and just, you have to remember, like, everyone's skin is different, so you can't compare like, oh, so you got this many units but I'm getting this is what I paid. So you just have to keep in mind, like, everyone's skin's different. It all depends on like your skincare routine, how much water you're drinking, your sun exposure, but some people might have more wrinkles than others, so it's nothing personal. But I got Dysport. Allergen lasts anywhere from like 6 to 8 months. It is also a little more expensive, but I will probably be getting will be getting that in my next appointment. I just wanted to try the cheaper brand just to kind of see like what exactly like the Botox hype is about. So I got Dysport. They'll take you back to your room, get your face all prepped, they'll like clean it. And so the thing is with Botox, because I know I did have a question about like losing under eye bags. Unfortunately, you cannot use Botox for that. Botox is only used for your muscles and muscle contractions. It's not used for like anything that's like kind of fallen, drooping. So if you need like to lose your under eye bags, I would definitely recommend fillers, because I did talk to them about that, because I mean, I'm interested in stuff like that too. So fillers is your way to go for losing under eye bags. But then again, that's a whole different conversation, because it's a different technique. It's not new. It's different than Botox. So it's pricing, everything, all that's completely different. So just definitely talk to your doctor about that. But I went in and they prepped my face. They were just like getting ready. Sorry. They were getting everything ready, telling me like exactly what they were gonna do. And then they went ahead and had me raise my eyebrows, scrunch my eyebrows, smile. They took a marker and they marked where they would be injecting. They kind of do it like right in between where your wrinkles are. So they marked my face and then they were like, okay, let's do this. Super fast, super easy. Pain tolerance on a scale from 1 to 10, I would rate it like a 2. It was just a little pinch. Granted, if you're scared of needles, this is probably gonna be intense for you, but it wasn't bad at all. So they just did my injections. They were wiping up any blood. And then I just had to hold like ice packs where the injections were for like 5 to 8 minutes. And then, yeah, I was good to go. I went and I paid and I left, and the total time, like between filling out paperwork, having my consult, getting it done, it's probably like 35 minutes, like super fast appointment. So, after I got injected, it does discolor your skin a little bit, because they do kind of have just like a little local anesthesia mixed in with the Botox to give like a little numbing factor. So I just had like little white splotches, kind of like where they injected. Those went away within like a few hours though. And so post-care, they tell you not to do anything that'll cause like extreme sweating within 24 hours. I waited a few days before I worked out or anything, just because I don't know, I just like to add a little more time on top of what they tell me so I know I'm in the clear. You need to stay out of the sun. They don't want you applying any makeup. You can't like scratch at the injection sites. So pretty easy post-care. One of the questions was that I did have was how was the swelling at first. There was no swelling for me. Like I said, just like the skin discoloration from the injections. And they also asked if I went with a low dose. So the thing with Botox is it doesn't come in like strengths. You know what I mean? Like it's just Botox. Like it's all gonna do the same thing. The difference is how many units you need. So if you have more wrinkles, you might need more units. And they do charge per unit. So you just kind of have to talk with your doctor about that, because I know like different regions have different pricing. So that's just another thing to include in your consult is like pricing. I think total I had like 20 units in my forehead, 10 units on each side of my eyes, and then 10 units in between my eyebrows. So I'm not gonna disclose exactly how much I paid. If you guys are in the area and you really want to know, just reach out to me personally and I will talk to you about it. But I know every place is different, so I don't want to be like, oh, this is what I paid, and then you guys go to your doctor and be like, oh, well, my friend paid this much. You know, like every place is different. And I just don't want any like unrealistic expectations when it comes to pricing. So just get a hold of me if you really want to know. And then that leads to the next question too, though. Someone had asked me how many units is typically used. So I kind of told you how many units were used for me. Everyone's different. That's just something to talk to your doctor about, like, oh, how many units am I going to need? And then they'll tell you like the price per unit. You can do the math. But I know you had also asked, because someone said that like a doctor came in, dropped off a card that they're offering Botox for $4 a unit. Is that a good price? In my opinion, that is a great price, because I did some research, and Botox typically ranges anywhere from $10 to $15 a unit. So just remember, like me alone, I had 20 units in my forehead alone, and 10 on each side, 10 in the middle. So 50 units total. And $4 a unit, if that's like half of what Botox usually is, I think that is a great price. But also, because I know the person that asked me this question is currently pregnant at the moment. Congrats, by the way. But you cannot get Botox if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. So just keep that in mind. But it's always something to look forward to in the future. But yeah, that's a great price for Botox in my opinion. But also, it's everywhere is different. So you just kind of got to do your math, figure out what brand of Botox you want. But yeah, it's worth it in my opinion. I did have some bruising around like my eyes, but that went away within like a week. So, but it was also my first time getting Botox. They said that can go away, never happen again. And also, I will put this out there because I have noticed this too with my Botox experience. Because they said, oh, is this your first time? I was like, yeah. So they said, with it being your first time of getting Botox, you don't really have a good foundation of Botox built up in your muscle already. So they said, a lot of times for your very first Botox appointment ever, you might still see some wrinkles. And you might have to come in and kind of just get like a touch-up. So, I do kind of notice that, like when I make, and I'll make like facial expressions for you guys, but when I like scrunch my eyebrows together, I do still notice like a little bit those 11 wrinkles in between my eyebrows. So I would just need to go in for a touch-up. Unfortunately, I can't do that because of COVID-19 here getting bad in Japan again, and we're back on restrictions, so we can't go to like any like medical or beauty places right now. So unfortunately I can't go in for my touch-up, but I'm not worried about it because when I go in like 3 or 4 months later, you know, it'll get fixed. They said it's something that just like the more you get Botox, it'll be gone for sure. But sometimes you just need to like really build up that Botox for it to be gone. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some facial expressions, kind of show you guys that my wrinkles aren't there anymore. When I raise my eyebrows, and like it's so weird because you do have facial paralysis, so I can't really like move my eyebrows as much as I used to before, but when I move my eyebrows up, I don't have any forehead wrinkles anymore. I also can't move my forehead, so that explains why. When I smile, I don't have my crow's feet anymore. And this is so one of my eyebrows. I do still have a little bit in between. You can kind of see like those 11s. I do still have a little bit of wrinkles in between my eyebrows, but that's fine. It's definitely not as bad as what it used to be. I used to have like the really bad like scowl marks when I would get mad or scrunch up my face. So I mean, they've definitely gone down than what I used to have, but like I said, I'm just gonna have to go in for a touch-up or get maybe some more units in my next appointment. But I mean, overall, I am super happy. I'm glad I did it. My wrinkles did kind of bug me a little bit. I mean, everyone in their own way kind of wants to preserve their youth. So, and that's what this decision was for me, and I'm really happy with it. I know I got a lot of backlash with people being like, you're super young, you're only 27, like why are you getting Botox? I mean, it's just a personal decision, and also if you start to do preventative measures now, that's less you have to do in the future and less money you have to pour into it because you won't have to do as much. So it's just simple upkeep, starting young, I guess, but overall I'm happy. I 100% recommend Botox. And I really hope this video helped you guys kind of like understand what it is, how it works, and answered some of your questions. So thank you for watching. I will definitely attach the link to the website of the place where I went for my Botox. So if you're in the area, you can kind of click on that and see what else they have to offer. But yeah, I'm happy with it. So thank you guys for watching, for learning about Botox with me, and stay safe out there. I know COVID's kind of crazy right now, but we are all in this together, and I will see you guys during my next vlog. Bye!